our location sponsors as well. We'd like to thank them for their support and for making the event in Dubai possible. Thank you so much to our sponsors and partners. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be jumping into game number 3. And my God, I am just wowed by the graphics here, Choo. Just look at that. The plane takes off with the smoke effect. Wow, beat that. With the smoke effect as well. And the plane has taken off there, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe we should be jumping into our game shortly. And we have a message from our captain.
Oh, the captain said they got a remake possibly, so we're not sure if we have that announcement or not. But yep, you know what, with that smoke effect and everything, if only they have snows falling as well, they'll be great. I mean, like, right now, most of the places that we know in the Europe and also Middle Eastern, they'll be in winter. So it's going to be really cool, especially when you're watching this very white map, pure snow everywhere. And we're talking about this going to be one of the smallest, not the small size, it's 6x6 kilometers, one of them, but the most heavy in compound. So it's going to be a lot of peekaboo games for this guy and also hide and seek. But we're waiting if Marta are going to peekaboo again for this game or not, because apparently the circle just appeared itself on the center of the map, not really at the center, scoot to it more in the western side, but we're gonna have to wait and see will it be ended up there as well.
So far it's a pretty nice circle, I'd say. So there you go. But here we go, Vikendi as our third match for today out of our 7 matches that we will be playing. So our only Vikendi for today as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a fan of Vikendi, relive the moment and see how your favorite teams actually battle it out in Vikendi. And of course, Vikendi being one of the being the map that has the most compound, very unlikely for us to see early fights here. But let's summarize the total kills here. As you can see, 4 AM with 50 kills so far, leading the kill charts. I'm sure a lot of them were from that previous round. They farmed kills like nobody's business, Choo.
I mean, like, this is the time where you find the kills. When it comes to this last few days, like, I'm talking about third and fourth day, especially the fourth day. They only have 4 days of matches for these guys to prove themselves they are worth the crown to be the champions. If they make mistake in day 1, day 2, then they have to actually improvise on day 3rd and 4th. But if they can actually rack up the numbers of kills in day 1 and day 2 and perform quite well, all they need to do is play a bit less pressure on day 3rd and 4th. So it's really a huge advantage for them if they can perform quite well in first and second day. Yeah, on the side of win percentage, Vikendi, Konina Power, the Wild Horses seems to be one of the best teams performing here. Next to it, it's gonna be 4 AM. I have to say 4 AM is pretty much really good in all the maps here. Everything that they have percentage of the map, they will pop up their names up there, even though they haven't played as much as Vikendi and Sunhawk if you compare it with all the other teams.
Yep, that's right. That just shows that 4 AM, just how they adapt. And even during the league stages and even before the league stages, some people were saying that, oh, certain teams, they don't play as much Sunhawk, they don't play as much Vikendi, so they may not be able to adapt. But I guess from my perspective, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like they just assimilated like seamlessly into these few maps that, well, I guess it's no longer a question that are they adapting to this map just because they don't play as much. I guess it's not a question at all. So 4 AM still having a good percentage with their firepower, with their strategy, with their level of consistency that they can pull off. The gods of the percentage still favors them.
I have to agree. But the odd thing is that I don't mean to compare, but a lot of guys, when they first started out for the globals, a lot of expectation coming out from NOVA-XQF, but it seems to me that they cannot actually be on par with their twin here for AM. On the side of Zeus Godless, they have quite the standard damage as well. 1000 over damage, 1434 total kills with 282 meters of distance too. So I say the average for now is hitting the 1.5k damage. 1500 damage is the average damage output for the players. Do you agree with that, Klas?
Yeah, I agree. It has to be around there.
You have to agree.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's Choo. I have to agree to Choo. I just kidding. Yeah, of course, definitely I agree with that. 1,500 is around the average mark, definitely for these teams for them to pick up. But of course, damage again is one thing, but they need to get the kills in. And this is Nova's in for Futbolist. I like the way how they chant Choo. They have a very interesting chant. They like to chant Futbolist, which is like really pumps it up.
Right? Yeah, they are very energetic when it comes to chant their own name. But now we have again RRQ trying to tail around Secret. So it's not the first time RRQ was a fight against Bigetron or Team Secret. It seems that they have been tailing each other quite a lot for these teams, Bigetron and also Team Secret and RRQ. While Navi want to butt in or maybe just passing by. Apparently they park themselves right around the corner. We have Zeus there as well. Zeus, always a team that will force to take the fight in the early phase of the game. I feel really hard for them. I feel really sad for them. But in the meantime, they need to step up their games to force themselves to engage if they need to. They cannot cower themselves in the houses, in the buildings anymore. They have to force the fight because if not, they'll be taken down again just like the previous games.
Yep, but it's not going to be easy to catch eye shots though. He has a fairly good position on the rooftop. But Choo, here is it again for Team Secret. Again, one person being caught out, but at least this time it's not as bad as Mato's positioning before. But this time it's eye shots, caught out all alone in the rooftop while his teammates are kind of far away. If in any case he gets knocked down, it's going to be a hard save for his team to actually come and pick up eye shots.
But we're talking about eye shots. He's the sniper for the team. It's either make it or break it for him there. But he's saying so much information back. But he exposing himself. Demonio from Fires, he has caught him on top of the rooftop. And the rest of our not worthy. It's still not worth it of their time yet because they're still trying to loot things up. They know they cannot risk it for now. They haven't got enough equipment for themselves yet. They try to find their favorable weapons, their own things, their arsenals that they need. Also the utilities they haven't got enough in their hands yet. So if they were to take their fight first, something that they're not confident to go against. Well, Navi, they're quite decent loot if you ask me. They are more than prepared to take a fight, but in the meantime, they happen to be in the middle of everyone, but it's not close enough range for them to take up the fight.
Yeah, well, it is Vikendi though, and that's the trend about Vikendi. Sometimes it looks like they are close, but because of the compound, they wouldn't be able to fight each other. So not too surprising for me that even at this stage of the map, we are still having all 64 teams still intact. But here we go. We can see the map shown to us, whereby you can see that NOVA-XQF is actually close by with A1 eSports, but they're bound to actually bump into each other. A1 eSports may bump into Aerowolf here, Choo. You gotta get ready for action.
Oh, but it's not enough. It's going to be Konina Power standing by as well. They will be alert by this movement coming up from Aerowolf Limax and also A1. In the meantime, Potato, will he be a fried fries again? A French fry, if you ask me, but he's too far from the rest of the teams. Oh, they are segregating themselves into two rare points. Super whole environment.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a Coco environment for those who have been taken out by... Oh, there you go. First blood for Ryzen, taking out Swen. And there's a good start here for Bigetron Red Aliens, who's still playing with Liquid on their side. At the same time, we can see that Solus has been knocked down by Solk in another location. Zinhe keeps an eye on... Oh, no, it's not going to be good news here for Zinhe. Bigetron Red Aliens, they come into the same compound as Zinhe, but they don't know that Zinhe is actually behind this spawn out too. But Zinhe is still chilling behind, going to toss out a nade there. Can he actually land that nade? But with that nade, it will signal to Bigetron Red Aliens there's someone behind.
Bigetron Red Aliens, they just arrived. Wolf hoping to knock on have a drop, but it's like a hell no. But now Navi, on the other hand, will try to get flushed by Secret Jin. Secret Jin here trying to find the whereabouts of Smoke. He seems to be pretty low with also RRQ will have to be the third party if they want to butt in. This is the perfect timing. Cosmos try to save their fans first. Smoke heal up, but oh boy, one of the most important person, the VVIP for Navi, they need to revive him. He always makes the clutch. He calls for the shots. There's only 2 of them, and oh boy is bleeding out at the moment, hoping for Smoke to pop up a couple of bridges of smoke to save him, but this is too risky, and he jumps off. Hopefully RRQ didn't spot him just yet. Secret Jin holds the compound, managed to flush out Navi, but for how long? Because RRQ will not sit quiet that long, if I'm not mistaken. The teams will try to take the engagement, the fight! Holy smoke, Ani!
Talking about Holy Smokes, that's a green smoke there. Unfortunately for Smoke, he got smoked up. So yeah, but at the same time, Hasaki has been panned by Liquid. Looks like Bigetron Red Aliens, they are starting to be the angry ones around here, panning people and getting their first blood at the same time. A1 eSports, looks like they are sharing the same area as I believe it was Aerowolf in the same area. So Aero, there's one team member up there. It was Potato, if I'm not mistaken, Juju.
Oh yeah, he still didn't turn himself into fries apparently. Hopefully it won't be that way. But on the side of the other teams that's still outside, it's gonna be Bigetron. Rotating very late, maybe cutting across that Resnick, but he has to follow, just knocking on Havas door. Hopefully Havas time. The Atlantis waiting for the fight here. They have been parking themselves quite long, and it's gonna be Lutz taken down first. He didn't see this one coming. He didn't expect anybody to be in here, but it's gonna be Digital Athletics. 3 members, one of them behind the wheel, and they will migrate to a different place. It's 1 minute on the clock, and still on the second phase, but we already we lost one team already. 54 players remaining. 10 players already out of this game, out of this record today. While Solskjaer tried to save his mate, tried to take a sweet revenge, but will be worthwhile to take up the risk. They know if they were to drop out now, it's going to be 15th place for either of the teams.
And 4 a.m. is currently on the outside of the safe zone and still taking out the blue. The last team member for 4 a.m. is Sook right now. It's going to be quite a distance for him to travel into the safe zone. And now let's put a little bit of focus onto Futbolist. Yeah, going up against KDA. But the good news is that both of these teams, they are in the zone that is more at Futbolist. Looks like they are not going to be interested to try and take over that compound. It's definitely not going to be worth it with a road separating these 2 teams. So probably they have information that, okay, there's another compound that's still vacant. Let's go for that instead.
And based on distribution of the teams, when we pop into the map just now, I don't notice, but most of the Titans from South are still cluttered within themselves there. So that's what I have been mentioned. If they had the regional or Southeast Asia finals mindset, they have to leave it behind. They need to improvise themselves and not clutter themselves in the way they played back then. It's a different stage here now. It's a world global. So they have to make something out of it. But back about I have to say this is really chaotic at this point, but luckily they survived. On the side of Aerowolf here, Alpha 7 spot at where Aerowolf Limax is, and the problem is Aerowolf, they have been a bit too careful, too conservative. They are not as energetic they used to be. They didn't want to take any risk, and that will be counterproductive at their side. If you actually have all 4 members inside of a compound, inside of a building, you gain no information of what happened to the outside world, and you have no clue who will be rushing in, whoever passed across, and not even try to get any kills at that point, and that is not good.
For in day 1, we did see a little bit more aggression for Aerowolf, but today it's really passive. Like what you said, they seem to revert back to their tactics of when we last saw them, when we saw them in the PMPLC finals, whereby they played super passively. Yeah, it worked for them that time. They managed to move on to the PMGC, but now it's the PMGC finals. It's go big or go home for Aerowolf at this point. step up their game. And I think for a team like Aerowolf, they have nothing much to lose. If they can step up their game, play a little bit more aggressively, and most importantly, play a little bit more confidently, they probably can get a little bit more higher up the charts. But we'll need to wait and see. Maybe they are doing that, okay, we'll study other teams first and we'll do that comeback later on. But, well, they really need to show us the step out of their gameplay.
That's the thing. If it's not stepping up now, it's gonna be too late. We're already halfway through match three. Like we're already in day 2 now. They have only 2 days of remaining left in the grand finals. And if they are widening up, they have been widening up the gap even furthermore. If they have been very stagnant for the second day here, so they need to do something about the squad. Team Secret Jin. Kangdo got out. They are knocking on the door of the Secret Jin. Oh! T1 coming up from the flank right on top of Kangdo. It's gonna be a grenade war here. Okay, 2K with the micro Uzi reviving with the helmet of smoke. Saying good for Joel. He tried to revive his teammate. God bless them. But in the meantime, see why he tossed a grenade, but he's not in a great position right now. He's been pinned down so hard that he got chipped off. A lot of his HP going down too fast. JGZ, on the other hand, was trying to rush in, pick him up, boosting himself up, while Zul is still not being picked up. JGZ come in, lies down fast. He's knocked down. JGZ trying to find. He wants to try to jump up there, not enough time. Keeps running this. Right now for Zeus. No, wipe up Secret Jin. Taken by Zeus. 1-2 member left. It was a huge victory for Zeus this time.
Oh, huge victory indeed. We did see GZ. He held on. He tried to defend it as much as possible because there was one knockdown. So his teammate will need to pick up that knockdown. While GZ actually tried his best to actually fend off the rest of his opponents from Zeus eSports. But Zeus eSports, definitely they look at the kill feed. They know that there's only, okay, we overpower them. Just rush in and they managed to get it. But, well, GZ did what he could earlier. It was a good move. Great coordination, I can say, from Secret Jin. But unfortunately, it's just too much power for them.
Yeah, the only thing about Zeus is that they always had that play. Same goes for Futbolist. The only thing that they are not having is they don't believe in themselves sometimes. They had the time, they have the golden opportunity, but they didn't take the advantage, the opportunity given and being offered by them. Oh, God bless them. But in the meantime, they're just a bit too careful. That's what I say when it comes to grand finals. Yes, the pressure is huge for them, but they have to put that aside. That pressure is unnecessary. I say not productive pressure at all. You know, when you have too much burden, that you've been thinking way too much, overstress yourself with unnecessary thoughts, it will not actually be helping at this final stage ever. And all they have to focus on is just play the game. We do our best. Have fun in the meantime. It's all about them and their passion now here. Will Dino Park be the last circle? Because we've seen it before, Cloud. We always wanted this. We always wanted the main last circle. It's hot shift towards the west side of the map. Those coming up from the northern side. A couple of teams. Some teams are coming in very late, apparently.
Some teams coming in very late, including the last player from 4 a.m. Suk is still alive and he's somewhere around Villa. He's still tanking out the blue, but just now when we saw the visual, he's actually going around trying to grab first aids, and he will really sneak this one out later on. We'll need to wait and see how far can he actually get up the charts. But at the same time, KDA, 2 team members left so far in this round. RRQ Athena being spotted out and their positioning have been compromised. And Ernie now, ooh, man, I can feel the pain when Ernie got shot there.
Oh my God, Ernie, he is just a slither of health from being knocked down entirely, but he got quite quick-witted and fast on his feet there. Apparently he got himself a bit of cover on the side of Fuse. There's a couple of their boxes they might want to upgrade a bit here and there. On the side of Aerowolf Limax, this is what we mentioned here before. They cower themselves inside of their building. They have no clue which entry point the Alpha 7 going to come in first. And this is not beneficial, and Hazelnut bombarded by Swarton. Law pinning them down from the side. I don't see Aerowolf can win this one. Alpha Renault make the miracle happen, but it's not enough. Oh my goodness. The wolves have been slain inside of this building. It's really tough to watch that.
I really feel Aerowolf, really. It's really tough to watch. Even in Miramar, we hardly even see them and they got eliminated. Even in this round, probably they got a little bit of damage, but I don't think they got any kills before they were eliminated. So unfortunately, Aerowolf being eliminated fairly early on as well. I even worry that even Bigetron Red Aliens may overtake Aerowolf after this round.
If they are playing this too passive or just being conservative, like they will get cornered by so many teams, and that will be taken advantage of. They will be abusing these guys. They don't know when to rest, especially teams at high fraggers, like even 4 a.m. And he got chipped up quite a lot of damage for RRQ, and now trying to counter fire on the Abrupt Slayers. They start to move. It's going to be Konina Power next, but they seems to be got the information there's one team in front, because the way they rotate is not a straightforward one, and a lot of fires being shot, not connected yet. Main one eSports Dante, it's really aggressive. Everything that moves, they shoot it down.
Everything they move, they shoot it down, and now Leon is moving, so he's being shot down at this moment by Order. Order putting a lot of pressure, and Leon has been knocked down by Jimmy, and he will be finished off. NOVA-XQF still staying strong into this round, and now Frozen from Konina Power have the high ground. Oh, he spots out a vehicle, so he definitely knows somebody is there. Chari, I hope he can find a way out of this, because it's not going to be good news for him.
Oh, Abrupt Slayers are digging their own grave on how they rotate here just now. They got separated, and now sorry! Too much people to handle. It's gonna be here at ASL. Abrupt Slayers, unfortunately, they tried their performance of quite well previously for the top 13, but these are athletics. They are really energized themselves in a lot of fights, including Team Secret next one. They try to corner first on top of the nade just now. Mark Boy and also Eye Shots and U-High, these two pairs, they're trying to go for the flank and try to spot where the exact position of the athletics, but apparently they got one for Silas. Oh, close enough, but they got Rex one down. Oh, what haven't got Power for AD Race. He's trying to go for Race. Race, he comes to for one. They're busting in from the higher ground at this distance. Wait, what is happening?
Wow, the third party is coming in. That's what's happening. And the nades, the number of nades, how many nades did they carry there? And now at the same time, the blue has came in to butt into them. They will need to move at this point, but I'm not sure about Razy. Unfortunately, he'll be taken out by the zone, so not giving points to anybody at all. Belly has been knocked down by Swagin, and Dewey as well has been knocked down by Swagin. And now Swagin, the last team member standing for Alpha 7, will need to make a move into the zone. At the same time, the spray coming in from Swagin. Managed to get a knockdown to Corpire and PW AAA. Swagin eliminates them single-handedly at 12th place.
Quiet since the first phase, but only a couple of teams been taken down. 11 teams. Yeah, Swagwin was the previous one just recently taken down with the whole Triple 8. But we have 11 teams left, 33 players. But Zeus, this time they are doing great. Apparently, they love the cool map more than the other map. Alpha 7 Xbox and try to pick up the challenge and want to take their blood in their hands. RRQ on the other hand are quite puzzled which way to go here. DPE try to spot where are the teams that are shooting. There are too many teams surrounding them right now. We are confused on which one to shoot one first. A1 on the other hand taken down on Alpha 7 and it's been eliminated, obliterated by them. Same goes for teams. She could place themselves at 10th place. What just happened? Two teams back to back got wiped out instantaneously.
Two teams back-to-back just got wiped out. And of course, this is a 6 circle, so we can expect a lot of kills coming in. And now Gonzo spots out Cool Boy. We're going to go for the move in here. The Nebe Kota. But then again, Cool Boy. Okay, he sprays out. Does not connect the shot here. But Cool Boy being counterfired down to 40% health. Cool Boy having knocked out by Frozen by Konina Power. And now we can see that Gonzo trying to put a lot of pressure onto team members from NOVA-XQF on the high ground, but can't connect those shots.
Oh man, but the shots, they need to connect it now. We're talking about 6 phase and it's gonna be shrinking even more for the circle. Nova, they are still going in a very straight line for the Flamingos. All the others are trying to surrounding them. They try to get against Konina Power to support themselves into the circle. But we have one team just arrived on the top of the northern side there, easily getting to the edge of the circle, and it's going to be Futbolist fighting this Nova. Bigetron is around the corner as well. This is Athletic, Konina Power. All of these guys keep on shooting. I'm not sure if they have enough for the resources. They have been going on fights and fights non-stop, and Zeus putting one more on everyone, and Zeus picking up Konina Power, and they got the smoke on their side. They could have put out Gonzo. Holy smoke, the smoke really helped this time.
Oh, the smoke really helped them. Oh, what a nade there. Coming in, taking 2 out. And now looks like Axel will go for the aggressive move. Can he actually kill this kill? Can he actually win this one there? Oh, Molotov stops Axel. Axel now down to 50% of health. Frozen now screaming for her, but no. What a disaster for Konina Power. They had the upper hand. They had the first move, but that nade really sent them back to the lobby and really was a tough watch for them.
Oh my goodness me, 7 teams to go. Bigetron Red Aliens, they have to help Zuxi there. Quite separated, not that far, still reachable in that distance, but Zeus making sure they cannot even take at this point. Zeus, all of a sudden, they've taken up the lightning in their time. Yeah, they have been growing. This is their final form, if you ask me. RRQ tried to pin down Digital Athletics. He's trying to just throw it away. It's going to be Celine trying to keep, but he will be spotted out by Beer. Beer zigzag away with Blueson coming in. Hello there. Oh, got shot down. Oh, it's excellent weapon. G9 take the revenge, but the blue closing in. G9 cannot help. He's saying goodbye. Bye. And it's going to be the next one for the few teams left. Top 5, 4 a.m. eliminated next exit play.
And Zeus eSports going to be a hard game for them. The circle actually shifts away, and now Bigetron Red Aliens is actually still in this with 4 team members still intact. The only thing that they don't have right now is the circle, so they still need to move after this, but they have the high ground. That's an advantage for the RRQ Athena for now, having the highest forecast for our stats here. And now G9 putting pressure on the side of Bigetron Red Aliens. The spray coming out from G9 with the micro Uzi does not connect enough, cannot get those knockdowns. And now Luxy at the same time trying to repay whatever G9 did to them, but this time the shots do connect. G9 being knocked down at the same time, D2E as well. Zeus eSports, my goodness, going to be the thorn. And Zeus eSports, 5 kills already for Joel, and RRQ Athena has been taken out at 5th place.
There's so many predictions on RRQ. I have to say, you guys have to be a bit set with that result coming up, and the 30 predictions will cost you $100,000. Well, hopefully you guys stay quiet and stay seated for now, because the game is still on. The match is still ongoing. Futbolist Lovers is in the middle of Bigetron and also Zeus. Zeus, out of nowhere, is rampaging. It's just slaying every single team that they pass across. And no, they got tapped on his left side. He didn't notice. It's gonna be the end of Zeus, but they placed themselves remarkably well at 4th place. Great number. Kill volume is just blowing off the roof on the side of NOVA-XQF. Finally, they start to shine here. They need this spotlight. They need this momentum. Futbolist Nova's in is too far, and they tried to save him for Soul Kid, but how? He got sandwiched between Nova and also Bigetron. Bigetron team members, no, Luxy freaking job, and it's gonna be Bigetron actually taking that 1 kill.
Oh, it's 2v2v2 at this point. Bigetron Red Aliens versus Futbolist versus NOVA-XQF. Who will take on this winner chicken dinner? So far, NOVA-XQF have a little bit more of the circle, but it's not enough because it's right out in the open. 5 more seconds, and every one of these teams will be forced to move. And we can see now the move has started to happen for NOVA-XQF. Order now keeping eyes on the side of Bigetron Red Aliens. The road is separating them. At the same time, Futbolist will need to move. They are the first one to fill the round on the zone, and now Duxie has been knocked down by Order and will be finished off by Order. But at the same time, Futbolist round tried to kill still there, but could not finish him off.
A bit too reckless, I say, Bigetron just now. If they wait out a bit, it's going to be a different outcome. But now down to 2 teams, Futbolist versus Nova. NOVA-XQF, they have been waiting, struggling, wanting this momentum. They got it now. They have the chance to get the odds is even 2v1, but now it's 2v2. But you know what, Jimmy? He clutched that one now. It was 2v2. And now he just equalized everything. He got himself 7 kills for Nova. Did you guys predict the right team? Did you guys get the correct one? The RRQ fans are super sad, but it's okay. There's only small games to come.
But even okay, these certain teams have that perception of like, okay, they don't really play that map, but they've just proven it. At the biggest stage possible in our series, they managed to get a winner-winner chicken dinner.
Oh, well, no one here still. Did you Athletics winner chicken or not? But we have all top 3 here with double chicken dinner in the back. With 4 a.m. second placement, 114 and 105. That's going to be less than 10, actually, for the difference between the gap. Third place, Navi, top 3 is not budgeable for now. 99 points, still not fighting that 1 more point to hit the triple digit. At 2 chicken dinners in their side as well. NOVA-XQF 4th place, RRQ 5th place, Alpha 7 at 6th, 7th we'll have Team Secret, and back-to-back Team Secret is Team Secret Gene 8th place.
And on the second half of the charts, we have PW888 with 9th place at 64 points, and 10th place Zeus eSports 53 points. 11th place goes to Futbolist with 52 points. Konina Power coming in at 12th place with 48 points. A1 eSports dropping off the charts with 13th place with 48 points as well. Abrupt Slayers, again the only team on the second half with a chicken dinner, 45 points at 14th place. Bigetron Red Aliens, this is what we talk about, now overtaking Aerowolf, 44 points at 15th place. And Aerowolf now rooted at the bottom with 33 points.
Oh, if you compare from 16th place up to the 1st place, there's gonna be a lot of catching up to do. We're just jumping into game 2. Yes, they might having a slow start, or some of them are late bloomers, but they cannot be too late, or there's too much for them to catch up, which will never be for them. And we know that some of the teams have previous titles, but close to the thing this time, Digital Athletics still not budging from number 1. That's a good sign, but this is gonna be the MVP, most valuable player for today is gonna be MV, NOVA-XQF Order.